Right, we go to the NFL now. Chiefs and Broncos this weekend in what feels like a must-win situation for the Chiefs, right? Who, with a loss, would fall to 500 for the first time through 10 games since 2015. The Broncos currently have a 3-game lead in the win column on the Chiefs in the division, with the Chargers being sandwiched right in between them. However, Denver and Kansas City currently have the same odds to win the AFC West at plus 135, according to ESPN Sportsbook, while ESPN Analytics gives the Broncos a 46% chance to win the division. All right, last time we saw the Broncos, they beat the Raiders by 3 on Thursday Night Football, so they'll be on added rest, right? Chiefs coming off a bye. We know how good Andy Reid is coming off a bye. Stephen A., who do you think needs this win more? Is it Kansas City or Denver?
It's definitely Kansas City. I mean, you're 2 games out. You lose this game, you're 3 games out. You lose this game, I think you don't have a chance of winning the AFC West. It's just that simple. It's not that complicated. They got to figure it out. Kansas City Chiefs have not looked great throughout this season. We know that. They're 5-4, but they got all their horses back. I mean, Rasheed Rice is back. You got Xavier Worthy's back. You got Thornton and those brothers. They're there. Travis Kelce's there. You got to figure it out. It's just that simple. And with Denver, honestly speaking, I'm going to say this, and I know it's going to sound disrespectful. I don't mean it that way, but it shouldn't be that damn hard. It shouldn't be that damn hard because with Denver, they're going to give you opportunities to win the game, especially in Denver. You got to look at them. They haven't lost a home game since October of 2024. That is true. Here's the flip side. Wins have been tight. Raiders by 3, like you pointed out, beat the Jets by 2, beat the Giants by 1. Okay, so you got all of that going on that you have to pay attention to, okay? Now, we know their defense is no joke. They can get to the quarterback. A plus 35 sack differential. That is the largest through 10 games in NFL history. These brothers get at the quarterback, and we know that's Patrick Mahomes' kryptonite. We've seen that in the 2 Super Bowls he's lost, so we get that part. But when your offense struggles so miserably for the vast majority of 3 quarters, and you going up against a team that has been consistently dominant and is used to being there in these pressurized situations, like the Kansas City Chiefs, and the Kansas City Chiefs are the ones with their back against the wall. They don't have that cushion. They got to win this game. They cannot afford to fall to 5-5 and Denver ascend to 9-2. That can't happen. They got to win this game. When you look at it from that standpoint, I think the urgency falls on the shoulders of the Kansas City Chiefs. They know it. They got to handle it. And Denver's vulnerability on the offensive side of the ball gives them an opportunity to do just that.
I'm going to play the long game here, and I'm going to say Kansas City is probably one of 1 to 3 teams in the NFL that is a chameleon. Chameleon meaning that no matter where they are, I believe that they can win, home or away. I say this week is a must-win for the Denver Broncos for one reason and one reason only. Bo Nix. The last time we've seen the Denver Broncos take the field, it was an atrocious win versus the Las Vegas Raiders. And everybody leaves saying the same thing. Bo Nix is holding us back. Or Bo Nix is holding the Denver Broncos back. Hey, Sean Payton is in some ways crippled because of the lack thereof of production from his quarterback. And as you start to go into the season, the narrative of teams with the best record has the biggest question going back to the Denver Broncos of their quarterback. You start talking about confidence, when you're talking about ascending in the right direction and being a very dominant postseason team, you can't be that with a quarterback that's lacking. So therefore, I'm not worried if the Kansas City Chiefs lose this game because we know what they're capable of and what they are and truly is. But for Bo Nix and the Denver Broncos, if they lose this game and how they lose this game will really have lasting impact for how we really view this team, almost saying, hey, we back at the middle of the mile again, huh? Cubic zirconia. Oh, there you go. And that should not be the situation. But that's where the Denver Broncos are.
Man, listen, you know what? I never thought you'd be part of this feelings crowd, right? Me and Shay was talking about parenting the other day, and like we are in a real feelings era, right? People are like, feel your feelings and explore your feelings. You're talking about feelings, bro. See, you can't have no argument about feelings. Let's talk about facts. Okay. The facts are, if the playoffs started today, the team that has won 9 consecutive AFC West championships, a team that's been in 7 consecutive AFC championship games. A team that's been to 5 Super Bowls won't be in the playoffs. And if they lose this, they have, to me, 0 chance to win the AFC West. Because they still got to play the Chargers. They still got to play the Broncos again. They still got to play the Indianapolis Colts. And this is the Kansas City Chiefs. The Kansas City Chiefs, who me, on many occasions, have said you don't want to see them in the playoffs. I still believe they could win the Super Bowl. Guess what's one way to ensure the Kansas City Chiefs don't win the Super Bowl, Cam? If the Kansas City Chiefs don't make the damn playoffs.
Yep.
That's why this game is a must-win. It's a literal must-win. It's a numerical must-win. It's not some farcical, unicornial, metaphorical must-win because our quarterback ain't played well. If they don't win this game, they're on the outside looking in, and for the first time ever, Patrick Mahomes could be watching Wild Card Weekend with all of us.
Yeah, they're quite.
The other thing is too, unicornical. I gotta look that up. That's a word I never used before. That's a word I never used before. That's number one. Number two, I would say this too. Patrick Surtain is out. J.K. Dobbins is out. Your leading tackler Alex Singleton is out. I mean, there's some vulnerabilities on both sides of the ball for the Denver Broncos, which also assist in the importance of Kansas City needing to win this game. There's really no excuse. Your back's against the wall. You're the Kansas City Chiefs. You're anything close to what we think you are based on what we've known you to be in the past. You win this damn game. You lose this game, all you've done if you're Kansas City is show us that what once was is no longer.
You know what?
I win this game.
You know what's funny, Shay, is how do you lead with facts versus feelings, and you don't lead with facts? You lead with an if. If the playoffs started today, that's not a fact. It doesn't. The playoffs starts in January. We're in November.
Are you literal? He's being literal.
Are you serious?
No. Ryan Terry, my brother, my good brother. I'm telling you, you can't play a game of facts and feelings if that's not the facts. Are they in position to go to the playoffs? If they lose this game, could they still be in a position to go to the playoffs? Yes. Those are facts. But also facts is if the Denver Broncos lose and they...
So now you back to ifs. Ifs are okay now.
No, I've never played the game, bro. I'm just letting you know. We're on a debate show, and I'm trying to make a point to say if they lose, right? Or if they win, because they won last week, how they won, it wasn't pretty. It wasn't sexy. It wasn't nothing that we can say, okay, the Denver Broncos, they do have a dominant defense, even though they have, some players that's missing. It's one of those situations that you start to say, okay, what's the flaw? The biggest flaw for the Denver Broncos, and that's going, these haters can't hold me back. No. It's going to be self-inflicted because of their quarterback.
I agree with that.
Oof. But if they win this game, maybe then he's a little more legitimized.
Yeah.
Don't put that one down.
That's how he does it.
I got you.
I didn't even say it right. Don't put that one down. The Eagles' offense has yet to be in sync consistently all year long. Wait until you hear what someone says will happen to them on Sunday night in primetime against the Lions. Plus, Caleb.